We still have a little bit of way to go to get to the top, but we're gonna do it.
We will have survived our first hike.
His first hike.
My first hike.
Hey Overthinkers, my name is Courtney. Welcome to the Overthinker Guide. So to start off this video, which is actually the first vlogging video of Overthinker, I'm going to share about the hike I went on in Kennesaw Mountain with my dad. We're hiking for the first time together. Let's see how we do. This is the beginning and I'll show us at the end. For those who know me personally, you're probably like, Courtney, I thought you were going to start a travel blog. And I'm just going to say to you, people can travel to Georgia. This is a two-faceted story. First, I did this because one, it was my dad's first hike. He really wanted to go on a hike and he wanted to go to Kennesaw Mountain. So I said, sure. But the main reason why I did this was to redeem my 12-year-old self. The last time I was here, I was 12 years old, was not dressed appropriately, had flats on because I didn't know I was coming here, and it was awful. So I wanted to redeem my 12-year-old self by coming here today. My friend and her cousins took off up the mountain, and I tried to keep up with them, but I was exhausted. And I just felt like ashamed because I was like, we're the same age. And yet I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted. Like, I felt ashamed. So I said I was never gonna go hiking again, but fast forward like 15 years later, and I've now done 3 hikes. When my dad said he wanted to do Kennesaw Mountain, I found the trail and I was hoping it was the one I did when I was 12. And we made our plans to go. So when we got there, it was 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. And I expected there to be people, but I didn't expect it to be like, I didn't expect the parking lot to be full. So the parking lot was full when we got there, but luckily there were people leaving as we were coming in, so we were able to snag a parking spot at the main visitor center. We did our stretches and then we were off. And first 5 minutes in, we are exhausted.
So we give y'all an idea what we got to do. I'm already tired and we got to go up this hill that's behind me. And I'm breathing already.
Just
so,
pace yourself.
We in trouble.
I'm already tired.
I know. It's been 3 minutes.
We are already breathing heavy and panting. I honestly think it was only 5 minutes in and we were already a little tired. And these 2 older gentlemen had walked past us.
Lord, look at it. And them 2 old men done passed us about 10 minutes ago.
My dad was like, well, if those 2 old men can do it, we can. And I didn't think they were that old. I thought they were close to his age, if not maybe a little bit older. But he was determined. I was actually really proud of my dad. I feel like he had more energy than me. He was ahead of me most of the time, but I think that was because I was trying to take pictures and get video. And he had a GoPro, so he just carried around with that on. So it was easy for him. But it was a nice hike going up because it was the morning. It wasn't too hot yet. But it was nice watching the sun kind of spill in through the trees. And as we were walking, there was someone dressed up. We assumed at the time it was dressed up in a Confederate soldier's outfit.
Okay, y'all, we got a real Confederate.
So me and Dad were passed by someone who was dressed up as a Confederate soldier. Obviously, we're a little alarmed, but I had to remind him that Kennesaw Moutain is like a historical park. It teaches things regarding Civil War and things like that. Obviously, we're in Georgia. Georgia was on the Confederate side, so they're gonna show things like that, and I think they have reenactments as well. So that was an interesting sighting. But now that I think about it, I actually think he was a Union soldier because the Union had blue uniforms and he definitely had a blue hat on. So I think he was a Union soldier. I was getting out of breath as I was walking up the mountain, but it was getting easier, especially after that first initial incline because it was immediate. It was pretty easy as we went through. That last little portion, not last, but a portion before you get to the overlook was a little bit steeper also, but there were steps, so it was easier to kind of walk through and navigate.
Well, we definitely are in nature.
Okay, so we're here. We have up there.
Oh, so we're in the brown mark.
And where's the blue?
Let me see. So we're in the blue.
So we're here. Oh, there's like a.
And we only got maybe a fourth of the mile of the route uphill.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. We should have drove up here and started.
And so when you get to the overlook, and this is where I got to when I was 12, there's like a little parking lot area, and then there's a paved road that you can actually use to walk back down if you want to stop there and not go to the top. So when I was 12, that's what we did. We just, from the overlook, we went back down from there. And I was very thankful for that. But this time at the overlook, me and my dad, we rested for a little bit and we took some pictures. Okay, so we're not at the top yet, but we are at the overlook. So back here you can see the city. It might be hard to see in the back. We still have a little bit of way to go to get to the top, so we're gonna do it. And we wanted to go to the top, so we took our pictures and we kept going up. There's a little space where you can go up, and that will give you some better pictures, I think, if you want just, from a higher angle. And then from there, you can keep going up to the top. So as we're going up to the top, we're seeing a bunch of different cannons and more. I feel like there were even more historical placards once we were getting up to the top. So that was cool to see. And then when you're at the top, you have, of course, a really great view of the city. You can see the Atlanta skyline. It was a little foggy, but you can still see it. I don't know if you can see it from our footage, but it is there. So that was really nice. I was very proud of myself at that point because not only did I make it to where I made it when I was a child, I made it up to the top this time. So I was really proud. And then we had to go down the mountain the other side. So I had not experienced this part before because remember when I was 12, we went and used the overlook. So we were going back down and it wasn't paved at this point because we had already passed that portion, but we had to be able to get back to the paved part eventually because it does wrap back around. So we were going down, and I think going down on the non-paved part where when you're in the forest and everything, that was a lot harder for me as a clumsy person, trying to make sure I didn't fall and bust my camera or bust my ass. Okay, so I had to take my time. There was this family that was very patient behind me as I took my time going down. And then we eventually went and found the paved part where we could walk the rest of the way down. So we have made it to the top, and now we are walking down on the paved side. This is much better for me as a clumsy person who almost fell. So I'm excited for this part of the walk, going downhill. So you can technically keep going from there and go to Little Kennesaw Mountain, but we weren't doing all that. So we just went down the paved path. So going down the paved path, there was a lot of people as we were walking up, but there was even more people on that paved path walking up and down the mountain. So we were walking down that, just kind of talking, catching our breath, because it was steep going down, but it was definitely way easier at that point. We even saw a deer on our way down from that side. But as we made our way down, we also saw a shuttle, so I guess you can take a shuttle up to the top. So you don't have to do the entire hike if you didn't want to. I think it does require that parking fee of $5, like I said, and you have to show it to them, I think. But there's still cars also on the road. They just have a 15-mile speed limit. So just be on the lookout for that as you're walking. But as we got to the end, we high-fived each other in accomplishment because it was my dad's first hike. So I was very proud of him, and again, I was proud of myself that I was able to finish that hike, and I felt good. Like, I didn't feel ashamed. So that was a rewarding experience. So I wanted to redeem my 12-year-old self by coming here today, and I think I did that. It was good. We took, I think, longer than we expected to take, but that's mostly because I was stopping to take pictures. It was a good hike, and we're going downhill, which is even better. So Dad.
Yes.
How did you like this hike so far?
This was exciting.
Exciting?
Adventurous, fun, exhausting. Definitely I'll do it again. First hike.
Mm-hmm.
We're heading downhill, so hopefully this is the easy part. We will have survived our first hike.
His first hike.
My first hike.
We do have about a mile to go, but I think it's going to be a very easy mile compared to the, mile and a half we took up.
And it's on pavement too.
Yeah, and it's paved, so this is much appreciated. So that was my time at Kennesaw Mountain. So tip when you're going hiking, definitely make sure if it's going to be sunny outside, make sure you have some sunscreen, make sure you have bug spray. Of course, make sure you have water. Pack some snacks, preferably snacks that are like protein heavy, so protein bars, jerky, trail mix, because your nuts are going to have some protein in it, dried fruit, things like that. You can even pack a sandwich if you want, but just pack some snacks just in case you need them. And then I would also say maybe a first aid kit just in case you fall and scrape something. It doesn't hurt to have. And then have a navigation app. So that could be Google Maps, I think, or you can use All Trails, which is an app that we used, and I really love All Trails. It helps me find different trails to go and explore either while I'm home or while I'm on vacation also. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just really like this app. So yeah, make sure you have those things when you go on your hike. That Saturday, I was with Dad for hiking, and on Sunday, I went apple picking with my mom. So that's gonna be the next video. So look out for that next Tuesday. If you would like to see more videos, please subscribe if you like. Leave a comment if you're interested in Kennesaw Mountain, or if you like hiking. Do you have any suggestions on where else to hike from where you're from? Just please let me know. If you'd like to read about this experience from my hiking in Kennesaw Mountain, you can check it out on overthinkerguide.com. Catch you later, Overthinkers.
I'm exhausted.
Get some water.
How much more we got? I got it. I got that on film.
Imagine making it the whole way, not falling.